Hi guys, welcome to Gardening with Stacy. So I'm just out here in the garden this morning, just looking around. Anyway, I have this tomato plant here that I was looking at, and so I thought I'd just make a quick video because I found a what we would call a tomato hornworm. So anyway, I just thought I'd share with you kind of how I identified it, how I realized that I needed to take a closer look at this plant and see what was getting to it. So anyway, I'm gonna flip the camera so that way you guys can see just what I was seeing on this plant and why I was able to find it. So here we go. This is one of my tomato plants right here. One of my newly planted ones here. Looks good. So we can tell that, you know, we didn't have something eating on it too bad. But I came over here, and as you can see, you can notice those leaves. So you can see that, you know, those leaves, they have holes. Yeah, so we have kind of like all of those little things going on. So that was my first clue. So I looked at that and I was like, I don't really like that. It could be from wind, you know, of course. That could be it. But I also then, you know, started looking at all my other leaves. I'm looking at all my other leaves. They all look pretty good. You know, that this one looks pretty good. These leaves look pretty good. So I have just this, basically this one right here coming out. You can tell that it is being eaten on. So with that being said, I usually will always go up. So from this leaf, trying to make sure that I can get a good video here. My phone here. All right, so from this leaf, I'm gonna always look up. Another sign for tomato hornworms is gonna be looking for like little poops. So the littler that the hornworm is, the smaller that the little poops are gonna be, and they literally just look like poops. So you would be looking for like little brown specks or like black specks. That would be indicator to hornworms come from like moth-like things. They kind of look, they can look like more, I would say more like moths. I'll have to find a picture, and I know what they look like. I just don't know the right word right now. But so I'm gonna go up and get, so here we go. Here you can see, and I'm zooming in pretty good, but you can see right here, you can see the worm. That's a tomato hornworm. So if we leave him on this tomato plant, he can basically eat our, oh, and we switched back. So hello, let me switch. All right. So coming back here so you can get a good visual of it. You know, you can, another sign is, you know, your leaves just hanging, right? They're going to eat your leaves. They're going to eat your blooms. They can basically, once they, this is a smaller one, but they get very large. And if you don't get them off, they will eat your entire tomato plant or pepper plant. Sometimes they get on cucumbers. I mean, they can really get anywhere. It's pretty much just being aware of your plants and, you know, noticing the holes in the leaves. Usually when you find one, you're going to find more than one. So that's one thing also that I've always learned. If I have one, then I probably have more. So that means I'm going to have to spend some time just basically turning over my leaves. So they're usually on the underside of the leaves. as you can see, even with that one, right? Like it's on the underneath of that leaf. So, and that's another thing, like, so if you notice poop, it's always going to be below that worm. So just a couple tips. So, because I know sometimes we can look, we might instantly go lower, which, this is a small enough plant. I can examine this whole plant and try to get all of them, because they can be even smaller than that, especially if they're just hatched or just been born. They'll be pretty little. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that worm off. I'm probably going to just trim that leaf off that it already got to. That way I'm not like the next day or the next time I'm out here thinking, oh, I have a tomato worm on this plant. Kind of got rid of the evidence. I'm going to take this leaf off too. And if you have chickens, just give these worms to your chickens. It's fine. It's a good treat for your chickens. If not, just go ahead and kill them or collect them, and I guess do whatever it is that you want to do with them. I don't want them in my garden, so they will not be staying here. Anyway, if you have any questions on just these tomato hornworms, that it seems to be the time of year, like anytime the weather's changing, any of those things, I just find that that's like more apt to where, like, it's just a kind of like a shift. There could be aphids right now. It's a time of aphids being in our garden. So it's just anytime the weather is changing. So right now in Arizona, our temperatures are cooling down a little bit. In that sense, I just need to have a little bit more awareness for what's going on in the garden and notice, like, okay, I got a lot of flies out here right now. I have, look for ants, look for aphids. My cucumbers are looking really good, so I'll be keeping my eye out for like their little cucumber beetles. They can also be very detrimental to our cucumbers. So yes, but anyway, I just wanted to get on and show you that so you guys could be aware of what those are, and know that this is just the time that, to be aware. Notice the signs on your plant before it gets real bad, because once you get, oh man, I've had times where I wasn't aware and I didn't know, and I have spent hours and I've picked hundreds of these little tomato worms off of my plant. We can also, I try not to spray too much, but like there's like a 7 dust, which is if your infestation is like really bad. I don't use that a whole lot. I try to use like a more natural thing. It would be like I do some Dawn dish soap water and some neem oil. So I'll spray my plants more as a preventative in that way. But every once in a while, if, like I said, that, if you have hundreds of these all over your tomatoes and your peppers, there are times where you might want to dust. And I think that's up to you, whether or not you want to. Right now I just see one. I'll be taking a look at all my other plants here in a minute. But anyway, hope you guys have a good day. And I hope you don't have tomato hornworms, but I found it and it was little enough. It only got one branch, so that's good. Anyway, have a good day. See you soon. Bye.